absence to Commissioners Nemi and Sumpet, who are out of town.
So moved.
Second.
Pam, would you lead us through the vote, please?
Commissioners Alexander,
Aye.
Cooper-Comas,
Aye.
Lamb, Levy,
Aye.
McDonald,
Aye.
O'Halloran,
Aye.
and Strader.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is
Suzanne.
Catherine here.
Thank you, Commissioner Lamb. I'll call on Suzanne Kenny to present the first agenda item.
Good morning, Commissioners. Today we have 2 agenda items and 3 action items for your consideration. The first item reflects required changes to the current budget to stay in compliance with state budget law. The second item requests the Commission adopt the fiscal year 21-22 budget, followed by the adoption of the ordinance to levy taxes for fiscal year 21-22. The first agenda item requests your approval of adjustments to the appropriation levels for the current fiscal year 2021 budget. State budget law requires our appropriation levels to be set high enough so that we do not incur an over expenditure. As is consistent with past practice, budget appropriations are reviewed and adjusted if needed prior to the end of the fiscal year. As we approach the end of this fiscal year, we've reviewed the actual and anticipated expenditures relative to the appropriations and are requesting adjustments to the general fund, the airport revenue fund, the bond construction fund, the airport construction fund, and the customer facility charge fund. For the general fund, an increase in the other environmental requirements of $2.5 million is requested to provide for potential accruals related to the timing of environmental liabilities. As a reminder, this category of expenditures covers environmental expenses for the Portland Harbor cleanups at sites that the port no longer owns or operates. For the airport construction fund, an increase in capital outlay of $7 million is requested to adjust for the timing of capital project expenditures and revised engineering capitalized labor estimates. This agenda item also requests appropriation increases for the following interfund transfers and service reimbursements. A $3 million increase from the airport construction fund to the general fund to provide for revised engineering support capital projects. A $500,000 increase from the general fund to the PDX to provide for reimbursement of labor in support of the vaccine distribution site, and a $22.3 million transfer from the customer facility charge fund to the PDX construction fund to transfer previously issued bond proceeds to fund the additional parking and consolidated rental car facility capital project. The detailed schedule of appropriations and explanation of appropriation changes are attached as Exhibits A and B to this agenda item. The total budget for fiscal year 2021 after these adjustments is approximately $3 billion. At this point, staff requests approval of the Executive Director's recommendation.
Thank you, Suzanne. Are there any questions or comments on this agenda item? Okay, hearing none, I'll call for a motion and second for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Pam?
Commissioners Alexander,
Aye.
Cooper-Comas,
Aye.
Lamb,
Aye.
Levy,
Aye.
McDonald,
Aye.
O'Halloran,
Aye.
and Strader. You're on mute, Commissioner Strader.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Lost my screen. Aye.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you. Suzanne, would you lead us through the next item, please?
The second agenda item requests that the Commission adopt the fiscal year 21-22 budget and ordinance number 472T levying property taxes in the Tri-County Port District. We reviewed the budget with the Commission in April and May and with the TSCC in June. The TSCC has certified the port's budget with no objections. The budget submitted for adoption today contains some changes from the amounts approved by the Commission in May and reviewed with the TSCC on June 9th. These changes are in the General Fund, the Airport Revenue Fund, and the Airport Construction Fund, and are within the limits of the Oregon Revised Statutes. The changes are detailed in Exhibits C and D attached to this agenda item, and these changes represent a net increase of approximately $757,000 from the budget approved by Commission in May. This increase is driven by refinements in our operating revenue and expense projections, as well as timing of PDX capital projects. The operating revenue budget has increased approximately $1.4 million as a result of refined marine revenues reflecting finalized tariff and dockage rates, as well as higher navigation reimbursement revenues from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and higher airline reimbursement revenues due to operating expense adjustments. The operating expense budget has a net increase of approximately $1 million as a result of refinements in personal services estimates following the reorganization implementation, increased marketing support for new international air service routes, decreased stormwater fees, and revised internal transfer labor rates. The PDX capital outlay budget has increased approximately $20 million to reflect revised timing of capital expenditures. And finally, there is a net reduction of approximately $600,000 in transfers in between funds and a $20 million reduction in contingencies as a result of these changes. The total budget for fiscal year 21-22 is approximately $2.8 billion. At this point, staff requests approval of the Executive Director's recommendation to adopt the fiscal year 21-22 budget and enact Ordinance 472T.
Thank you. I'll call for a motion and second for approval of the Executive Director's recommendation and adoption of the fiscal year 21-22 budget.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll ask Pam to lead us through the roll call vote, please.
Commissioners Alexander,
Aye.
Kupro-Comas,
Aye.
Lamb,
Aye.
Levy,
Aye.
McDonald,
Aye.
O'Halloran,
Aye.
and Strader.
Aye.
Thank you. Suzanne, if you could read ordinance number 472T by title only, please.
Sure. Ordinance number 472T of the Port of Portland, an ordinance levying taxes to be collected in the fiscal year July 1st, 2021 through June 30th, 2022 upon the taxable property within the boundaries of the Port of Portland.
Thank you. I'll call for a motion and second for enactment of ordinance 472T.
So moved.
Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, Pam, would you lead us through the roll call, please?
Commissioners Alexander,
Aye.
Kupro-Comas,
Aye.
Lamb,
Aye.
Levy,
Aye.
McDonald,
Aye.
O'Halloran,
Aye.
and Strader.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. The meeting is adjourned.
Thank you
Thank you.
all.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.